Hey everyone, so this has been a very requested video of mine, which is a Bible review. This is my journaling Bible that I have currently. The one I originally have, I've given away to somebody now, so we are starting with this one. In the front, it has the table of contents with your books of the Bible in there, and the reason why I love this one so much is because of all the writing space that you have in this Bible. And it also has a really beautiful detailing that they have in there. As you can see, I write a ton, so I need this space. I love a journaling Bible. In the back of this one, it also has the pretty detailings and a description about why they chose the artwork for each book of the Bible, which I think is pretty neat to see is why they did that. This is the front of it, the back. Really pretty. I love the gold detailing on this Bible as well. So this Bible right here is my study Bible that I use. This is where if I have any questions in my Bible, I go to this one. You can see here it also has the table of contents in here, and then it also shows it in alphabetical order next right there. Also shows you the abbreviations of each book of the Bible, and it gives you a little bit more about what this Bible is about. It also has a reading plan that you can go through for an entire year. Then for each book of the Bible, it's going to show you an introduction to it. And what I love most about this Bible is on the sides, if you have a question and you're already thinking it as you're studying it, those little side columns in that bottom column are pretty much going to answer everything for you. I mean, absolutely every question that me and my husband have ever had, it pretty much has already answered it in this Bible. The one thing I don't like about this one is there's not really any journaling room, so that's why I use this one along with the first Bible that I showed you guys. In the back of this one, it does have a little bit more details as to things in the Bible. There's prayers from the Bible. This one was really cool too, to see the promises from the Bible and perspectives. It has a bunch of extra detailing things in here, and then even has maps also that'll go along when you're studying. It did come with a dust jacket, but I took it off. It was more simpler for me to do it this way. Now this Bible, this one was a little pricey. This one right here is an ESV wide margin reference Bible. It is black calf split leather, and it also has the red lettering inside of it, which is really cool to have that. I actually added my own little twist to it and put the little stickers on the front though. Again, the table of contents. This one also has it in alphabetical order. Now this one, I was so excited for this one because this one has way more writing room in it, I feel, than the first Bible that I showed you. So if you're looking for something with a lot of space to write, you have space on the top, the bottom, and the sides. The downside to this Bible, I like a single column Bible. This is a double column, but that's just a personal preference of mine. You can see the red lettering here. This is shown throughout. And then also in the back of this one, it has a ton of extra note-taking space, which I love. I am a writer. I love to write. All the extra paper, I'm good with that. Then it also has the maps in the back. I plan to fill the front of this up with stickers too, a little bit more. Now this one is a Christian Standard Bible by She Reads Truth. This one I actually got for my daughter Riley. When I journal inside this one, I will pass this one down to her. So this is the girl version or the woman version of this Bible. The next one is going to be the guy version. Books of the Bible, table of contents. They have a lot of detailing in this Bible as well. All right, so right here, it kind of goes in a little bit more depth of how they plan this Bible out. It has devotionals inside of it. Also, these really pretty scripts that they've put inside of it. They have a lot of extra things. They also have timelines for each book of the Bible as well, which helps a lot when I do my Bible study blogs. I like to post those and kind of put a little description in with it. It also has the introduction for each book of the Bible. Again, the little pretty script that they add into it. Here's the timeline that they add. The guys is a little bit different than the girls' version of it. And then they also have other scripture that you can follow along with if you want to dig a little bit deeper. Then this is the devotional that they have. They have a few inserted. Here's a second one. So there's several of them inside of each book of the Bible. This one has a lot of writing room as well, which I really, really liked. Again, I write a lot. And if you don't write a lot in your Bible, that's, again, personal preference. My husband doesn't really care to write too much in his, but I love to write inside of mine. A bunch of extra things in the back that they've added. They've also added a genre guide. So each book of the Bible kind of falls under a certain genre, and it describes that as well as what each one is. This one also has a Bible plan in the back to read it in a year. There's some map details in the back and just a little bit about the contributors to this Bible as well. I love the color of this, but I love neutrals. Now this is the guy version. This is the one that I got for our son Lane. This is the He Reads Truth one. So once I finish Riley's, or I'm probably going to actually work on his first, but left him a little note inside of it so I can pass it down to him. My papa did that for me, actually, a Bible, first Bibles that he had all his notes inside of. He passed that down to me, and I just thought that was really something special that I could give my kids as well. Again, this one, I love the makers of these Bibles, how they've added in so much detail into these, and they've also made them pretty on the inside. But even though this is the guy one, it does have scripts inside of it, the pretty hand lettering, but it doesn't have all the bright poppy colors inside of it. So this is, if your husband or anyone that you know, your son is looking for a Bible, this is a great starter one for them to have. And you'll get to see here, this is the introduction for each book of the Bible, and then they break down their chapters a little bit different inside here in a timeline than the She Reads Truth one. This is the one I actually used when I do my Bible study blogs to kind of break down each section of the book that I'm studying to make it simpler for the readers to understand. Again, ton of writing space, but if you don't need that, you still have it. This one also doesn't have as many extras in the back as the She Reads Truth one, but still, it's an awesome, awesome Bible. Another Bible in a year plan. Love that green color on this one too. Now, this one has a ton of extras inside of this. Really, to only fathom the amount of extra that it has in it, studying material, is to actually have it in front of you yourself. I don't feel like this video could do it justice. I would probably have to do a whole separate video on it. And this is the ESV Study Bible. So this one would be great to go along with a journaling Bible, just like I have the blue question and answer Bible to go along with my journaling Bible. That's just also, again, my personal preference. I use two Bibles when I am studying, and we'll go on about that a little bit later on in this video as to how that I like to study, in case you guys were looking into a way to study yourself. So this is an introduction to Genesis, but it has an introduction for each book of the Bible, and this is very, very in-depth for an introduction. So the very top up there is the actual verses of the Bible, and all this section down here in the bottom is it breaks it down verse by verse with extra content in there. Again, up top is the Bible verses, and at the bottom is the extra study material. That's why this Bible is so thick, is because of all that extra knowledge that they have put inside of this. So the downside to this one, again, is there's not a whole lot of note-taking room in this. Again, it's mainly for studying. So that's why I would say use a journaling Bible if you like to write, along with one of the study Bibles. Has maps in the back. There's a couple extra pages in the back right there. Now we're going to pull this away. I love that stand whenever I study. It's from Amazon, and I'll make sure to link that on the Like to Know It app. So this is the question and answer Bible. I use this along with the illuminated Bible, my journaling Bible. So what I like to do is whichever book of the Bible I'm studying, I open both of them up to it. In my journaling Bible, I will read a chapter at a time. And then if I have any questions, I'll flip over to the blue study Bible and go through the columns on the side where it goes through question and answers. And usually if I have a question, like I said in that blue Bible, it's already going to have an answer for me in there. And that's what this whole section right here, all the writing on my study Bible, oh my goodness, is a lot of the extra material inside of the blue Bible. I just transfer notes over. Then also the book up top that says Delight. This is a study book from the Daily Grace that y'all have seen me go on and on and on and on about their study materials. So I usually have one of theirs along with studying as well, because they even have more things in depth, or it also just, the more you read, the more it sinks into your heart and into your spirit. So that is another thing that I like, is just repetition, repetition, repetition. This leather journal right here I actually got from Etsy. I use it also just to write other notes in it as well if I don't have enough room in my journaling Bible. This is one of the pens that I like to use, but any pen will work. And I don't have the highlighters with me, but I highlight a lot as well inside of my Bible. But that's it, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys love this video. If you have any more questions about these Bibles, please feel free to leave a comment.